Hey everyone, it's Sonic Wolf and welcome back to more Sonic Colors. In this episode, we are going to cover terminal velocity. After all these blood, sweat, and tears, even though you couldn't see them, we don't have any more red rings to collect. So the only thing we're going to do is get the remaining 2 S ranks. So let's jump into Act 1, and here on the screen, this will be the last time, is the scoring system for terminal velocity. Now, as you can see here, I'm getting very cocky doing side steps. Now, while I'm going through the first act, there is actually a little bit of a story that I want to really cover that I should have done a long time ago, and I really hope you guys can really understand. I was doing YouTube for roughly 8 years, which is a big surprise because 8 years really sounds like a lot. Yeah, and I couldn't really take that for granted though. So, for those of you who don't know, I have ADHD and I'm actually autistic as well. Which is kind of why a few times on camera that I would kind of feel a little bit hyperactive in some of the older videos, because I didn't really find my footing back then. Now, even though I can be fun playing video games while on the microphone, I can also have a dark side as well. Now, I'm not going to go into details way too much because that would be completely boring. Basically, I was going through a really rough time at school. I was very destined to live independently. And I was also trying to find a different type of career because I wanted to get into kitchens, because I was a huge fan of cooking shows like MasterChef or even Kitchen Nightmares, because I was a huge fan of reality TV when I was a kid. And yeah, it was actually kind of tough because I didn't really get any support from my dad when it comes to making content or finding a new career path, and being physically attacked by some random bloke that was hugely misunderstanding. So what I'm trying to say here is that even though you had a really tough life, such as, you know, being abused or went through unsupportive people, it doesn't mean you would have to feel sorry for yourself, because if you do, then you will accomplish nothing. Even no one really cares if you feel down or upset. I learned that the hard way. So, anyway, enough of that boring side story, which I will admit. Here is your S rank. Okay, so for Act 2, we have the boss, the Nega Armor Wisp. Now, this one is really easy compared to the other bosses. This one, it can only use 3 Wisp powers that can work against you. There is Spikes, Laser, and Cube. That's the only Wisps they can have. The other 7, I don't know what their purpose is, but they can be used as armor or flight, or even just reverse vacuuming the other wisps to harness its power. I'm not going to instruct you on how to defeat the boss because I already did it last year, but the one thing I always cringe about whenever I watch other people do that final boss is that they actually didn't bother to boost into the enemy after the final homing attack. Because if you do that, you can get a lot of rings, but also you can speed up the process. It's a lot easier if you boost into it. Just please do that, because it will make the process a lot easier. Now, the ranking here is really bizarre, because I started with a D rank, and then I got an S rank. Yeah, I really wish this game was on the DS. Yep, you can boo at that pun all you want. But the truth is, there is a game on the DS. I wish I can cover it, but a lot of technical difficulties, but at some point in the future, I will cover the DS version in the near distant future. Now, Act 3, this one is nothing very special. You just have to dodge a bunch of these falling platforms, and that's all you have to do. Okay, so we finally got every single collectible, every single rank correct. Yeah, I'm kind of like the completionist here a little bit. Now, what do you do if you get all the S ranks? Well, here's something that will really disappoint all of you that are watching on your TV screens or your phones or your laptops. You get absolutely nothing. Yes, you get no achievement and no reward if you get all S ranks. However, if you get a total of 180 rings, they are used to unlock levels for Eggman's Sonic Simulator. It only starts if you get 30 red rings you can unlock to me. Starting on 50 red rings, while doing increments, if that's really a word, by 10 red rings, you can unlock a level each time. So now that you would have a total of 15 levels, and I'm gonna cover the Sonic Simulator at a different video, and I'll see you there next time.